Hello traders, this is a video about DAX and for the opportunities that we had on November the 22nd. As you know, Thanksgiving Day today, a day with lower liquidity that we already knew in advance, and there is also a thing that we could knew in advance. So really do not have to be like Agent Mulder or Agent Scully for X-Files to make a conclusion that if yesterday S&P has made this kind of move, I have tweeted about that. This was yesterday after 5 o'clock p.m. It was here on its good resistance, and then later we have tweeted about that, and later he made a pullback right to the 61.8 retracement. But DAX really didn't make any of this. DAX was here at that time, and it was just staying there. So this in front of us is the updated chart with zones that I have posted before the open, and in my prep I said that probably the move is going to be down. The first move is going to be to the downside, and that was an easy conclusion to make, because DAX and S&P are now correlating, and DAX really didn't follow S&P yesterday. So S&P was making a move to the downside, DAX didn't follow, and that is one of the reasons why I do not recommend trading DAX after the regular trading hours is over. Because DAX then can do two things. It can go with the sympathy, with US markets, but that move is much better to trade than on the S&P, not on DAX, or it can do nothing like yesterday. It can go just sideways. So this was the place where DAX was in the pre-market. Now let's go to the charts. This is a 5-minute chart of DAX, and this is the period of the pre-market. So basically today's top of the day was right at 800. So the best possible entry for this short opportunity was in pre-market. And whenever you have a situation that an instrument that you trade opens right at resistance, it is a short opportunity. If it is open right at support, it is a long opportunity, because very rare is instrument to open at resistance and then immediately makes a breakout. If it's going to make a breakout, it will probably still make a pullback to somewhere and then makes a breakout. So it will provide you enough time to save yourself. And this time, and this is a classic move in lower liquidity, when price just going slowly to the downside, not providing you any kind of pullback. So if you were trading, your best way to enter to this trade was in pre-market or immediately after the open, maybe to catch this smaller pullback. And I also explained on Twitter why not go long here on this first zone. Because yesterday we have this kind of movement to the upside, and it really wasn't some sharp, strong move with a lot of volume that we must go along on some shallow pullbacks. I will go long or short on shallow pullbacks only when the trend is clearly so strong that I cannot expect to get a good pullback. But that wasn't really the case. So it is okay also to draw Fibonacci retracement in order to see where that pullback can end for longs, and also where to exit your shorts, because we are prepared in advance for the lower liquidity markets, and those kind of markets really doesn't want to move much. So I will just draw some boxes to emphasize these zones. This was the main resistance zone for today. This was yesterday high. Then we had let's say minor zone. I'm sorry, I just moved this line instead of making a box. this zone and this here. And yesterday the best long opportunity was right there, because as you can remember from the yesterday video, buyers were holding the price above this gap, and this here was an important place for today also to defend. So you had a move that starts here in a pre-market. It doesn't really provide any kind of pullback, and this first zone is basically above the 38.2 fib retracement. So you really don't want to use this zone as an entry, maybe as a partial exit. But halfback is right here, so above this zone, and 61.8 fib retracement is at the end of the zone. So this here, slightly above the zone or inside the zone, I'm sorry, is going to be your best exit. So here is the exit for this trade. It is right about here, and when there,
target neutralized.
Target is neutralized. Or there you're going to bank your trade. And now we have a good opportunity here for long, and fully expect the price to go to the next zone. And then we can use fib retracement again, this move, and we have halfback right in the middle of the zone, and here slightly below the zone is a good place for you to exit your trade. So there would be an exit. And then of course we could short this zone, but as you can see, it took quite a while. This is not the norm, this is not the normal behavior of DAX. In any other situation we would get a move, maybe there would be some fight for, you know, half an hour or even a whole hour, but then we would get a move to this zone again. As you can see, it lasts basically from 11 to 4 o'clock p.m. So for 5 hours a price was testing and testing and testing this zone, and then finally it made a move to the next zone. So basically we had two very good opportunities. This first opportunity was here. It was the context of the general markets, that DAX yesterday was just poking above his previous resistance zone, and just as you can see going sideways, while S&P was making a really good pullback. And the S&P made more than 10 points from his resistance, while DAX was just sleeping here. So basically DAX was lagging behind the S&P, and that is why the logical thing for us to conclude is that the first move is going to be to the downside, and that is exactly what happened. So if you are trading from the pre-market, you basically had a more than 100-point move to the downside, and from here there was another opportunity for long for, let's say, 50 points to the upside. So that was our two opportunities in this day of low liquidity, and for tomorrow it is going to be pretty much the same low liquidity, and we can expect maybe even a smaller movement. We don't know that yet, because as you can see, range is very contracted. It's almost is not moving now. Now is 6:15 p.m. and we shall see about tomorrow. And what is a sure thing is that you will get an updated chart with adjusted zones. And that is all for this video. I wish you a good day and good trading.